Hi, in this video, I will briefly explain how to solve some question in workbook 2.3. 2.3, and if you have any other questions, you can send me a message. If I have time, I can make a video for you to prepare for the exam. First, 2.3, solve the equation by completing the square. Okay, so you must use this method. If in the exam you use other method to solve the equation, I cannot give you a point. You show me the process, show me you know how to solve by this method. Okay, complete the square. First, you make sure your coefficient of x squared is 1. Okay, yes, this one is yes. Okay, it's 1. And then take, the coefficient of x is 3. So I want to turn this equation into something squared. X plus something squared equal something. Right? I want to make this equation like this. Right? How can we do that? This number here is you use the coefficient of x divide by 2 like this. Okay, let me show you when x plus 1 squared, that will be x squared plus 2x plus 1. When x plus 3 squared, there will be x squared plus 6x plus 9. When you see maybe 5, x plus 5 squared, that's x squared plus 10x plus 25. Can you find the pattern? 1, 3, 5, and the coefficient of the x is 2, 6, and 10. So if you want to do it backward, you want to make this become this. You take this coefficient divided by 2 become here. This coefficient 6 divided by 2 become this. 10 divided by 2 become 5. Right? And then it's this number. This number is the square of this number. So 9 is 3 squared. So if you see x plus a squared, you know that's x squared plus 16x plus 64. Alright, so here is a 1.5, 3 over 2. So first, x squared plus 3x equal 2. And my goal is to make this become x plus 3 over 2 squared. So I still miss one thing, it's the constant here. So that will be the square of this number. So I added a number, that would be 1.5, which is 3 over 2 squared. To be fair, I need to add the same amount both sides of the equation. So I have to write this on the right side of the equation. If you feel I speak too fast, you can change the speed on the YouTube, right? Make it slower, or even I don't know if you can turn on the subtitle. All right. So it will be this part becomes this. And here that will be 2 plus 1.5 squared is 2.25. So 4.25. Or you can make it fraction. So it will be 9 fourths. And then you combine this, become 17 over 4. Right? And then take square root both sides of the equation. X plus 3 over 2 equals. Always remember when you take square root, what we got a plus and minus this. It will be root 17 over root 4. Root 4 is 2. Lastly, you minus this both sides of the equation. So x equal negative 3 over 2 plus or minus root 17 over 2. This is how to solve the equation by completing the square. Okay. Send us here. So first you make sure the coefficient of x squared is 1. And you move the 6 to the right hand side of the equation. So become a squared minus 2a equal negative 7. So you have added something. So I want to make this part a minus 1 squared. So 2 divided by 2 Negative 2 divided by 2 become negative 1, right? And what should I edit? What should I edit? Edit the square of negative 1, which is 1. So plus 1, both sides of the equation. To make this part to, to become this. So we call perfect square. So that will be negative 6. And you take square root both sides of the equation, it becomes a minus 1 equal positive or negative square root of negative 6. It will be positive negative square root of negative 1 times negative 6. Actually, we're positive negative root 6i because this is I, so just write I here. And then you added 1 both sides of the equation. So a equal 1 minus plus or minus root 6i. Sorry, I want to make this video shorter, so I speak very fast. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Next, discriminate. So I teach you about the quadratic formula. 2 negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Right? So the discriminate, this means this part, it didn't ask you to solve the equation. The question is tell the number and what kind of solution the equation has. The number of equation, how many solution the equation has. So depending on the discriminant, so it's this part. If b squared minus 4ac greater than 1, then it has two real solutions. If it's equals 0, then it has one solution, two solution, one solution, two real solution, one real solution. And if it's less than 0, then it has no real solution. Two imaginary solution. Okay. So two imaginary. Before we say no solution, but now we know I, so we have two imaginary solution. And then for this, a equal 1. A is the coefficient of x squared. B is coefficient of x. C is 17. You just plug in here and then answer it. Okay. Found by quadratic formula. Yes, you can use the same method. A equal 1, B equal negative 2. However, C does not equal 7 because you have to move everything on the same side. So that will be x squared minus 2x minus 7 equals 0, not 7. It should be negative 7. Remember. Okay. Lastly, I want to talk about this. You might not see it in the future, but maybe not now. If they ask you complete the square, use the complete square. If it's like 4, maybe 2x squared plus 8x equal maybe 10. If you want to complete square, you need to make sure the coefficient of x squared is 1. So first thing you have to do is divide by 2. So x squared plus 4x equal 5. And then you complete the square. X squared plus 4x and then plus 4 because 4 divided by 2 is 2 and then 2 squared equal 4 you put here. And then this plus 5 and then plus 4 to complete the square. Alright? Okay, if you have any question, please let me know. We still have our test next Wednesday. Okay. Thank you for watching.